I appreciate the chance we have to get together today. I don't know if there's something or not we can help you with, but I'll go to the areas we work in. Areas such as increasing cash flow, limiting debt, and reducing taxes. Now we also specialize in life insurance and annuities, and how can possibly shave years off that retirement age. After that, if there's interest in your part, we'll go through the specifics at another point. There's nothing to buy today, so sit back and relax. Now, Federal Financial Group is a national company representing several insurance companies and other financial institutions. With billions of dollars of assets, some of them have been in business for over 100 years. Now, what we do is teach people about money, how it works, and how to make it work harder for you. But specifically, our goal is one thing, to help people become financially independent as soon as. So it's awesome. Alright, issues and challenges. In the last 10 years, the cost of living has gone up and up and up. A lot of people have fallen into debt. And we never really, a lot of people are falling into debt. And a lot of them have lost their savings. Out of 100 people turning 65, only 4 are financially independent. And the other 96, they keep working. Have to keep working. Or they live at home. Or they rely on charity. Now what I want to do is introduce some solutions. Now we've worked in 7 key areas to help build your financial future. I'm going to rip through these areas real quick. Now stop me if you have any questions, but keep in mind the areas you have the biggest need in or biggest priority in. Because we're going to develop a specific plan of attack later on. Alright, now, step 1 is to effectively inspect. In order to have more money later on, we need to know where your money's going now. So I'm going to introduce you to a tool that can help you inspect where you expect. Free up some additional cash you didn't know you had to pay off some of that debt or some of the extra bills you might have. Alright, now step 2 is increasing your cash flow. Now John, how would you define increasing cash flow? Okay, alright, that's great. Now let's also define cash flow as this. Monthly cash flow is left over at the end of each month after all money comes in and all bills and expenses goes out. Now John, at the end of each year, are you getting a tax refund or do you owe taxes? What, you owe taxes? Huh. That's interesting that you say that, because a recent client of mine says he usually gets back $2,500 to $3,000 back each year. And what I said is that you're letting the government keep your money for a little over a year and give it back to you for 0% interest? And he said, yeah, that doesn't make sense. And you know what? It doesn't. You're literally to take that money while it's being earned, to put it back into your budget, to earn more money for you instead of the government. Alright, now step 3 is the debt eliminator plan. You can see this family has a mortgage for $144,000, an auto loan for $39,000, credit card for $10,000, and a store loan for $1,200. If the kid doesn't work according to their current plan, they'd be out of debt in 26 years. But by following the debt eliminator plan, they'd be out of debt in 13.1 years. You see, they have the same debt, it's the same monthly payment, and there's no refinancing involved. So if they make the same payment, but instead pay it themselves, they not only be out of debt in 20 years, but they'd be out of debt and have $500,000 in savings for retirement. Alright, now step 2 involves your mortgage. Do you have a mortgage? Okay. Alright, how much do you owe? What is your interest rate? Does that include taxes and insurance? Alright, what is your FICO score? Alright, here's the debt structure of a typical family. First mortgage, second mortgage, credit card debt, store credit card debt, totaling $206,000. Now how long might it take this family to become debt free? What they chose to do here was a debt consolidation loan. This allowed them to free up some additional cash to build an emergency fund. You can see that their new monthly payment is $1,192. The old monthly payment was $1,937. a difference of $745 or $8,940 in annual savings. All right, what do you think better, a 15-year or a 30-year mortgage? Okay, 15 years? Okay, now let's look at that. Let's say this family has a mortgage and they pay $1,715 each month towards their mortgage for 15 years. And then the next 15 years, they take that same $1,600 away and put it away towards their savings for retirement. So then they would have $593,000 in savings for retirement. But let's say they chose to do a 30-year mortgage. That's a difference of $524. So if they put that $524 away in the savings each month, they'd have $780,000. Now that's a difference of $187,000. Isn't that amazing? Alright. Step 4 is developing an emergency fund. What I find is that most people don't have one. So when emergency comes up, out comes the plastic. That's $1,800 in transmission for the car. 3 or 4 years later, that's $3,000 or $4,000 in transmission. Alright, now a sound emergency fund has 4 factors. 1, it's got to be safe. 2, liquid. 3, better rate of return rather than a checking account. And 4, separate but systematic. So here's the point. If it's out of sight, it's out of mind. So what I encourage you to do here is a separate account, such as a money market account. Say $50 a month out of your checking account and the same day every month right into your money market account. So it's out of sight, out of mind. And when things happen, you have the money. You avoid that plastic and avoid dipping into that retirement savings and avoiding that 10% tax penalty. Alright. Now, step 5 is utilizing life insurance to provide proper protection against loss of life, which leads to loss of income. You know, it's pretty devastating when mom and dad have 3 kids, and dad has set on his own. That one's going to pay the food, house, and life bill. That's what's devastating, right? Alright, here we do things a little bit different. Here we look at a person's financial needs and bring back options to improve cash flow while providing the proper amount of life insurance protection. Alright. Now step 6 is the biggest one. And if you listen to me, you can change the quality of your life. It's about building a long-term income and a long-term savings. Now there's 2 financial battles at play here. 2 financial battles you have to win in order to make money here. Because if you don't incorporate these now, you may never become financially independent. You can do, it's way out there. Now the 2 financial battles you have to win. The inflation battle, which I'll talk about in a minute, and the tax battle. Because it's not about what you hear, it's what you see. And tax is going to hurt you if you're not careful. Alright, now, have you ever heard of Rule 72? Okay, no? Alright, let's say there's $100 at 4% interest. So you put 4 and 72, you'll be 18. So every 18 years, your money's going to double. So that $100 in 18 years is going to turn into $200. And another 18 years, that $200 is going to turn into $400. Now the thing is, $400 in 36 years, buy with $100 tax today? No? And you're right. It probably won't. Alright. So when people are saving, then where are they saving? Okay, no, they're actually saving in the bank, right in your fixed account, where they aren't even getting 4%. So you can see money is growing, but inflation is going much quicker. People are losing purchasing power, and they can never be able to retire. Alright. Now the solution is to help people get a 6 to 12% interest rate. Alright, now let's assume you're 29 years old and you have $10,000 at 4% interest. So by the time you're 65, you have 40, your kids are gone, the house is paid off for, you only have $40,000 coming in. Now, knowing me and having that girlfriend that spends a lot of money, $40,000 is going to be gone pretty quick. Maybe it will last a year, maybe a little bit longer, if I try to grab onto some of that money, but then it's gone. Now I'm a reroute homeowner. And I don't want to work past 65. The only thing that could change is the interest rate. So let's say you can have a 6% interest rate. Your money will double every 12 years. And at 8%, your money doubles every 9 years. And at 12%, your money doubles every 6 years. So by the time you're 65, you have $640,000. Isn't that amazing? The only difference between this guy and that guy is interest rate. Not the amount of money, not the amount of time. So the $1,000,000 question is, where can I get a decent rate of return, have a protected principal, or I'm guaranteed not to lose any money? You know what, actually, there are 3 strategies. Now I'm going to give you a synopsis of each one. So I know which one is suitable for when we get back together. Alright, the first one is a fixed rate. But it's a flat fixed rate, and it's affected by inflation. And it's about 1 to 3%. Alright, now the second approach is the stock market mutual fund. Where you have a chance of high rate of return, but also a high chance of loss. And a lot of people have been avoiding this area lately because it has been dicey. Now the third approach is the index strategy, where all the principal and interest you earn is guaranteed. And everything is linked to whatever the S&P 500 stock index says, which for the past 25 years has averaged 10% each year. So which one sounds best for you? Index strategy? No, it's a very popular strategy. Let's talk about it a minute. You've heard of the S&P 500, right? Yeah? Okay. The S&P 500 represents 500 most widely held companies in the U.S., representing over 100 industry groups, such as technology, healthcare, utilities, etc. In fact, the S&P 500 represents 70% of the American economy. Alright. So if you invest in the S&P 500 25 years ago, and it averaged 10% each year, you'd be pretty happy, right? Yeah? Yeah? Okay, good. You know, I would be too. Alright. Now, when we get back together, if you have determined if the strategy is suitable for you, I'll go over the specific products, scores, and caps, and other terms and conditions. But for now, I'm going to give you an overview of the next strategy, and no interest credit index. Okay. All interest earned is linked to whatever the S&P 500 stock index does, which for the past 25 years, what? No. The all interest earned is linked to whatever the S&P 500 stock index does. For example, 10%. But without any downside risk associated with putting any money in the stock market. Alright, so your money participates in the growth of the S&P 500. So your money participates in the growth of that S&P 500, and it's protected from any downside risk. Now let's say a few years back you contributed $10,000 to S&P 500, and it grew 10% the first year. Now you're at $11,000. And let's say the second year grew another 10%. Now you're at $12,100. Now let's say the third year grew another, let's say the third year it lost, let's say it lost 20%. So instead of your account value dropping 20% to $9,600, your account value remains the same at $9,600. Alright. But John, you cannot just win the rate of return battle and forget about taxes. In fact, I'm going to show you an example that's going to shock you. Why it's important to win the rate of return battle and the tax battle. Alright. Now let's say 30 years ago, there was a guy 30 years of age who wanted to have $1 million by the time he was 60. Now he didn't know about any of it. So he went to the bank and he said, Mr. Banker, how much money do I have to put away each month at $30 in 30 years? Back then the interest rates were 5%. Now they're 2 to 3. Back then they were 5. The banker came back and figured out that he had paid $1,600 away each month for the next 30 years to have $1 million. Now he left the bank. He never saved a dime. Now he's a greeter at Walmart. You've seen him, right? Now what if they get a challenge on a home use battle? Or would it return battle in the tax battle? Alright. Now let's say he's going to have a 10% interest rate instead of 5%. Look at that. He'd only have to put away $900 away each month. But John, do you know how many people can put away $900 away each month? No, not a lot of people. You're right. It's a lot of people, that's a lot of money. So what if you help them put away his money so it can be taxed while it grows? So with tax deferral, how much money will you have to put away each month? Look at that, $438. Now, do you know how many people can put away $438 away each month? Yeah, a lot of people? You're right. It's a lot of people, that's not a lot of money. In fact, in step 6, when we are done, a person will know how and when they will potentially become financially independent. Alright, now John, if you had enough money in your nest egg, so you didn't have to go to work anymore, what would you and your wife be doing? What are your dreams? What are your goals? What would you be doing? What? Okay, alright, that's great, that's great. Now think about it. When you're financially independent, you have options. You can do what you want, when you want. In fact, it was interesting because just the other day, when I got done with my second appointment, the wife got up and she explained that she'd go up and down her block asking people when they're going to potentially become financially independent. But they didn't know. And you know what? That day, her and her husband became one. Because they knew what they wanted and when it was going to happen. So it's exciting. Now look, the last step is estate planning. Now a lot of times using a trust fund that can cause a lot of headaches and tax burdens for survivors. Now I'm going to go over the importance of having a will, a power of attorney, and that type of thing. Now are you concerned when you make the legal financial decisions when you are able to? Are you concerned when you seek your assets when you pass away? Okay, alright. Are you concerned doing that? Are you concerned about updating a will or a trust? Okay, alright. Alright, do you already have any other about it? That helps you with these kind of issues? Okay, no? Alright. Well, what I recommend is that you engage in those things. Specialize in estate planning. Now, there's also these companies that aren't law firms that specialize in simple estate planning. I can give you a few companies if you're interested. Okay, great. Now let's get started. Alright. Now of the 7 steps, of the 7 steps, and you can only pick 2, which are the biggest priority in your life, between increasing cash flow, eliminating debt, reducing taxes, developing an emergency fund, financial independence, tax planning, which is critical, and estate planning, and you can only pick 2, which 2 would they be? Okay, good choices. Alright, now let me tell you what we do. What we do is called a financial needs analysis. Where in a second, I'll ask you a few questions to help determine what your goals are and what your dreams are. Then I'll take this back to the office where we have a big, sophisticated software program that will help us develop a plan of attack specific around your needs. Now let me tell you the cost of all of this. When I come back, what I will expect is hot chocolate chip cookies, fresh out of the oven, personally baked by you. I'm just joking, man. You're just so serious, I had to throw that out there. No, let me tell you how we get paid so you know. The companies that you choose to link up with to help you with your specific needs pays a referral fee or commission. So you aren't billed by services rendered by us. So it's a win-win ratio. Alright. However, the information that I bring back to you will only be as accurate as information we put in. So work with me here, since we're talking about your financial future. And if we do this right, we can literally shave years off the retirement date. Alright, man, John, this is going to be awesome when we get back together in a day or two. Man, you have $1 million to work with. When we come back together, you're going to have a crystal clear picture of how and when you're potentially going to become financially independent. And this is going to change the quality of your life. And you're going to owe me big. Alright. Alright, now it's very important we get back together within the next 24 to 48 hours. Because if we have to go clear in the next week, I'm going to have to recalculate everything we just talked about today. So with that in mind, what's your schedule like tomorrow? I have a 10 a.m. and a 3 p.m. open. Which one works better for you? Alright, 10 a.m.? Okay, it sounds good. Alright. Okay, Now, before I leave, let me ask you a couple of very important questions. Now, when I come back, if I can show you a plan that totally meets your needs, and you're totally comfortable with it, is there any reason we can do business? Alright, no? Okay, good. Alright, and as we do business, is there any reason you wouldn't feel comfortable providing the names of 3 or 4 people you feel who could really benefit from this in the same way benefited you? Alright, you wouldn't have any problem with that? Okay, good, good. Alright, I'll see you tomorrow at 10 a.m., okay? Alright, talk to you later.